Good morning. It is the 4th Thursday in November, so that means it is Thanksgiving in America. But we are spending our first Thanksgiving outside of the country, and we are in Beijing, China today.
We are headed to Lily's American Diner. It is an American place that hosts Thanksgiving for anybody who wants to experience Thanksgiving. So we're gonna have turkey, pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes, and I don't know what else, but we are so excited.
So we have about an hour-long walk for us to get there, which gives us plenty of time to earn that meal so we can gobble, gobble, gobble it all up and enjoy this Thanksgiving Chinese style.
Made it to Lily's and got our first course. I got a mushroom soup and Donnie got a salad.
So the first course was that really good, but it was a small little salad. Now we've gotten our main Thanksgiving feast here. It looks like we have sweet potato like puree, and then we have mixed vegetables, a Thanksgiving classic, a little flour. We got cranberry sauce, not cranberry slices from a can that I love. But then we have turkey with gravy all over it, and then, oh, there's mashed potatoes hidden under here with gravy all over it. I personally am not a huge gravy eater, but that's what I'm going to be eating today, it looks like. I didn't realize it would be all over, but I'm really excited about this meal. And then Aubrey has hers as well.
Yum.
So we have this main course, and then we have our desserts coming next. But so far, pretty good. Oh, apparently there are bones in it. Really good, actually. Very tender. And tastes just like you would get at home. Actually, the gravy is really good as well. The cranberry sauce. And it's really good cranberry sauce too. It tastes really fresh, actually. And sweet potatoes. Not a lot of flavor up there on those, but back home, one of my absolute favorite Thanksgiving foods is this sweet potato pone, where it's pureed sweet potatoes underneath, and then there's pecans all over the top, and then you put whipped cream all over that, and I love that. So that's what I was hoping that would be like. It tastes kind of like sweet potatoes, but it's good. So with the mashed potatoes, there's some chunks in it, which I really like. Yeah, all of it tastes just, to me, just like something that you would get back at home with Thanksgiving. So I'm really happy with this meal so far. It's awesome. So far this Thanksgiving is not what we expected at all. We for some reason imagined tons of like expats and other Americans at the restaurant. It's just us. And we were just talking about how like this is kind of like an unusual lonely Thanksgiving for us, that we did not expect it to be like this. I mean, the restaurant is empty. The food is super good. But right as we were talking about that, they started playing I'm So Lonely, Mr. Lonely. So we're sitting here alone on Thanksgiving, listening to I'm So Lonely by ourselves in this Thanksgiving, or inside this restaurant.
I think this is the first time I've been kind of homesick.
So for the third and final dessert course of our meal, Aubrey got the classic pumpkin pie, and I went with apple pie, just so we could have some kind of combination so we can try both of them. And mine, I think, comes with the Wisconsin classic, which is a slice of cheese. I've heard about this. We do love cheese on our grilled cheese sandwiches, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Not something I'm used to, but a lot of Americans, I think, like it, and I like it on grilled cheese. We'll give it a go. So just to add to our unfortunate Thanksgiving so far, right when it was time to pay, of course in China, nobody takes American credit cards, and we don't use the WeChat or Alipay that they want us to use. So we had to get our cash out, and we both came up short on our cash. So I have had to leave Aubrey in the restaurant by herself once again to try and run and find an ATM and get some cash. It's always embarrassing when you do that, and I'm sure Aubrey was already feeling homesick and a little bit lonely on this Thanksgiving, because we expected, again, for it to all be filled with expats and it to be a fun atmosphere. The food is amazing, but it's just kind of a sad atmosphere with nobody there and sad, old-timey American music. So now she's sitting there by herself, but I got cash in hand, so we're going to be able to pay our bill now. And then I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of the afternoon, because a tone has already kind of been set for today. Our first Chinese Thanksgiving has not quite gone as expected, but this will be one for sure that we remember forever. That's a guarantee. We'll be talking about this Thanksgiving for a very long time. We came back to the table and Aubrey's not here, so she might be in the back washing dishes or something. I'll just let her do that until they go back and inform her that I have already paid our bill. Never mind, she wasn't washing dishes. Well, that's the end to the start of our Thanksgiving today. The energy level was so high this morning.
So many hopes for today.
And the energy has just, man, down so far now.
I mean, the food was so good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It tasted exactly like what you would probably expect when you go home for Thanksgiving.
But it didn't feel like home. And now I miss my family. I'm gonna go call my mom.
You were left there with no money.
All alone.
Yeah. So now we don't know what to do. Maybe we'll go to Tiananmen Square or something. Throw the football around there. So as you can see, we did decide to go ahead and jump on the Chinese subways.
Too full of turkey.
So we decided to jump on the subway. This is our first time in the Chinese subway. So security checkpoints that we have never had to go through in any other country. And it was only 8 yuan for the two of us to travel all the way to Tiananmen East is where we're going. I think it's like 5 or 6 stations there. So that is like incredibly cheap. So this may be our new form of transportation now that we figured it out. We know how to work it if we get there. So we have made our way over. This is Tiananmen Square right behind us. And then right here is a famous huge Mao Zedong portrait. So this is a bizarre Thanksgiving that I never thought that I would be having. Welcome to a Chinese Thanksgiving. So completely expectedly, there are huge crowds in here. They're all gathering around in front of them, taking big portraits and photos. And then across the street is a huge busy street in front of Tiananmen Square. And then the square is empty with just soldiers surrounding it. So we're gonna go and try to cross because we have to get back to our hotel that direction. So we're gonna see, I think there's a crossing underground underneath the major street here. Otherwise, I don't see any way to cross the street because our hotel is on the other side of the square and down the street a little ways. So we're gonna try to figure out how to get across through the crowds and find our way back home. So we're leaving the Tiananmen Square area, and so we walked right around the security checkpoint going in there. So on your way in, you have to pass through security to put your bag through a little X-ray scanner, and then you go through a little metal detector, and then they let you pass through. But they also make anybody who's from China, they have to scan their IDs as they go in. Also, we didn't have to. But so there's all kinds of interesting security points just based off of the history here, and then, you know, if anybody was stopping and standing in Tiananmen Square, like they would be approached and told to move, and they weren't allowed just to stand still. You had to keep moving. So a lot of interesting, I guess, like rules that now are here because of like the past of that specific area too. But then along the rest of the way is all, you know, tons of shops and everything, tourist shops and stuff. So it's so cold too. Well, we spent a little bit of time chilling out in the room. It somehow got dark immediately. And so it's time to get out on this Thanksgiving evening and try to get stuff ready for our Great Wall tour tomorrow. So we went and grabbed some breakfast from the 7-Eleven, which I'm surprised to find a 7-Eleven because there wasn't a single one in Xi'an it looked like. So I just assumed that there wasn't any in China, but now we come to kind of like this big shopping square, and Aubrey caught a Gap, or a Gap caught her eye. So we are on our way to Gap to walk around. I guess it's kind of like Black Friday shopping for us. But we're probably not gonna buy anything, right, Aubrey?
Oh, wait.
And then we might find something for dinner. I think Thanksgiving dinner is kind of done for us. Wasn't what we expected, but if we run into something, we might get it. Who knows? We may get a Chinese turkey, just like from A Christmas Story. Inside that mall where the Gap was, there is a big ice rink, and there's all kinds of kids learning figure skating and ice hockey. And it looks like nobody's just like free skating, it's all coaching and these sweet kids trying to learn how to do all this figure skating and hockey. So we're standing here wondering if we're seeing future Olympians in the rise. There's actually some really good people ice skating down here doing little tricks. Oh, except that girl's wiped out. So we are back in our hotel room, ready to cap off this Chinese Thanksgiving. We just went out for that little walk and we were back in our room now.
We got a big old pizza, pepperoni, and Hawaiian. Huge, way bigger than we expected. But we'll be eating on this for days. And I think we're gonna try to find some Christmas movies. Maybe see if we can stream the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade here in China. And we're thankful for this opportunity we're getting in this season to travel together and make memories. And we are glad we get to share it with all our friends and family.
And all our subscribers on YouTube. So be looking out for more to come. Tomorrow we are going to the Great Wall of China. We are so excited. That's one of the main reasons why we came to China in the first place.
This is the reason we're in China. I'm so excited about the Great Wall.